Hello, hello. Two in a cop lobby. Police, freeze. Thirty-seven thousandths faster. What up, Mad C? I'm gonna go for that Porsche. I'm in VR with a wheel, which is nice. I can look at the interior. Look at the climate control. It's pretty slick. This Porsche's going really fast. I'm gonna have to pit maneuver. Clean pit, that's what I need. That's what I want. Subsection 1, it's pretty fast. Nice. All right. I'm going to park right here because it's the trolliest spot ever. Everyone coming out of the pits who's like new to the lobby just, you know, flies right into the wall, and I'm immediately like, well, change cars. The Pharaoh, coming for you. Dr. Pharaoh, coming for you. My man in second place. Maybe my woman, I don't know. Women can be doctors. This is 2025. Not 2001. So, there are two ways to win, essentially. Beat the FL, or make me run out of gas chasing you. I'm at 80% fuel, so I got a 4/5 of a tank. If you can outrun me, not get pit maneuvered, not get wrecked into a wall, until I run out of gas, I'll buy you a drink in real life. Or ice cream, or if you're lactose intolerant, you know, we'll find something. If we can run FL pace laps with me chasing you, you trying to get away, and you make me run out of gas, yeah, it's a date. I'll give you a head start. I'm down a 1/5 of a tank. Yeah, you got. Let's see. I caught you at the U-turn. You hit the other cop, Mad C, when you came around the bend. The cop was perpendicular to the track. I pushed you into the wall. Maybe it was only. It was 3 for sure. At least 3. I thought you took 2 more hits than that. Alright, Mad C, I'm coming for you. Run! Okay, that doesn't have as much power as this. I'm gonna do the old surprise. Anybody coming? What's going on here? Nice. That would be our. Just take a close look at Vice Versa's car here. Get the unit credit. Whoa, That moved the car. Black, very clean. Hello, VR. I think it's time. I'm going to switch to Grand Valley at sunset. How long have we been going here? 27 minutes. Let's do Grand Valley at sunset. Good luck. We're all counting on you. All right, 145. There's your FL. 145.5. 18. Push all these cones out of the way. There we go. Now I'm going to hide behind the porta-john and that sign there. I'm just a bit of a troll. All right. Trying to give some people the pucker moment. It's like you're flying around a bed and all of a sudden you see the police as it's pulling onto the road. Written on the side of the car, police. Here we go. Number 2, you're it. Big fish. Big fish coming for you, big fish. This is a 2-way now, by the way. It's not Highway 1. Sleek onrush in the Audi. It might be hard to take this car out. Pit maneuvering and all-wheel drive is a little tricky. Ah, couldn't get the pit. I love watching the sunset from up here. This is actually the best place to watch the sunset. The top of the last corner, I want to say. It's depending on whether it's the first corner on the front track and the last corner on the reverse. Ah, what's going on? There we go. Stop playing. The PP up to 900. I mean, I could just lift it all together. Maybe I'll do that. Just give me a second. I'll just lift the PP all together. Everybody, it's gonna put the cops completely out of it. Like we're done with the cops at that point, because the cops don't go above 780, 800. Change event settings. I'll just get rid of it altogether. Some players are initializing. Just give it a sec. There we go. No limit. I'm gonna go for a sub 1. I don't think it's possible. If you want to know how to get a time like that, just wall ride. Just wall ride the whole time. This is actually with a wheel in VR. Turn the force on the wheel all the way down. All the way. Sensitivity all the way down. You don't want to feel a thing driving this car. And it will still like give you an upper arm workout. I could run, consistently run like a 340 to a 350 at the Nürburgring. 3 minutes 50 seconds per lap. Fairly easily. Depending on the time of day. Like the warmth of the track has a lot to do with it. Makes a big difference in here. In fact, I'm going to drive around backwards and avoid accidents. At 300 miles an hour. Oh, maybe not. Let's see. Convertible. Where's my BMW? Yep, I have about 60, almost 60,000 miles in here, in VR the whole time. That's with Gran Turismo Sport. I spent a lot of time racing by myself in VR. And then PlayStation 5 came out and I didn't buy it. And then VR 2 came out and I bought everything at the same time. And I already had the wheel, is nice. So the wheel, VR, and we can finally do VR online, which is what brought me here into this lovely Z4 convertible. Muscle milk. Bait Ronaldo. I'm actually going to go, I'm going to the first corner because the sunset looks better from there. No need to change cars. We're done with that. Oh, the pink clouds. And I love the sunset here. And there's the first star. Where is it? It's up there. It's up there somewhere. Up there. Nice thing about VR too, you can stare right into the sun all day. I don't recommend it in real life. It'd be really bad. Put the car in first gear, stall it, and I can actually sit up kind of high. If you're watching the stream, take a look here. No, I'm headless. Looking, I can make my driver hump. So, like the detail of everything. I could probably disassemble that if he gave me a wrench. It's really good for car shows because I can drive by and the car's literally like 1 foot away from me, and I'm looking right at every last little detail. Car shows are pretty sweet. Definitely recommend VR if you can handle it. Number one is people get really sick. Number two, it is kind of expensive, but worth every penny. I used to come home and play video games for like an hour or two, and 30 minutes in VR feels like 6 hours of gaming. Come out of here like exhausted. There's the first star. The sun's going down. Hey, Speed Demon. Do I have it on 2x? I think I do. I need to change that. The time settings. I do. That's 1X. Okay, I do have one saved for that. Well, for anybody watching the stream, I'm going to give you a tour of the Huayra, the Pagani Huayra. The interior of this thing, like, you can't really look around. This car has the sickest interior of all the vehicles. Let me get into a good spot where I can park. Is there any daylight left? No, there's no daylight left. Okay. Okay. So, you've got this. You got some speakers back there, Pagani. There's like a little, looks like a lunchbox almost. Leather, carbon fiber, brushed aluminum. Leather, carbon fiber, brushed aluminum, rivets. Like, this car is just it's such a fusion. There's a shifter. I don't know what that is. There are a lot of buttons. But those air vents and the riveted leather. The gauge cluster is on the steering column, which is interesting. You can kind of get around it outside a little bit. Down underneath. As you can see, it's not attached to the dash at all. You got those jet engine style air vents. This has the coolest interior. I don't even know what those do. Probably launch the missiles. It's the drain for the seat for your passenger. When you drive your wife or your girlfriend around, the liquids will collect right there, and you just flip that. Oh, it says light. Never mind, that's a light. There's a seat drain somewhere. You see right there? And look at there's lights in where you pull the door down. Sweet. There's the infotainment. I don't know what else. Look, there's a glove box. You can actually get a glove box on a Huayra. Sound, 2 speakers in the doors, 2 speakers behind it. It's probably a sub somewhere in here. I wouldn't doubt it. What else? Oh, it's like not quite a convertible, maybe. I don't think you can pop that out. Anyway, this is the Huayra. Details of the steering wheel. Can I hump in the Huayra too? Oh yeah. An unexpected error has occurred. Huh, well, that's a bummer. What we're gonna do then is we're gonna play. Oh, I'd love to do hide and seek, but nobody ever. I'm gonna save this. Okay, so basically, bring an all-wheel drive, lifted up truck, ideally, and when someone's it, you gotta honk like crazy to let everybody know you're it, and then oh, do I have this? Stupid. Oh, save, overwrite, yes. Okay. Change event settings. Okay, all tires. Comfort. This is actually a lot of fun. It's basically just tag. We're gonna play tag. Off-road. If you did this at Willow Springs, they'd fine you like $1 billion. I just ran over like 4 endangered lizards and probably some endangered grass. Yeah, they just throw you in prison and set the car on fire. Controlled burn though. Air pollution. I'll just drift waiting for someone to show up. Yeah, so Willow Springs, there's Big Willow there in the distance a little bit. And over there you have the streets and kind of see those. And we are at the Horse Thief Mile, which is sort of more up on the mountain. It's a little more hilly. A lot of rough terrain and a lot of going sideways and some Ken Block kind of stuff. And that would have rolled over horribly. Rest in peace, Ken Block. The Drift Master, Hoonigan. This legacy lives on. I recently watched the one Hoonigan video, the dude with the mustache driving the Subaru, hanging over the edge of that waterway. It's like, holy crap, man! Like everything in there that I saw, I was like, yeah, I could do that. That'd be awesome. I would do that. And then hanging one wheel over the edge, nah, not comfortable with that. Practice it 100 times, would still be like, can we just fix it in post? It's hard to get people to join this lobby. I would be surprised if anybody joins at all. There was one time I think I had 8 people in here, And it was organized for like 15 minutes, and it was so much fun. And then like a few people left, and a few people joined who weren't playing. So there's just this cluster. And somebody who's not playing would get tagged, like they weren't English speaking. I don't think they'd get tagged, and like then the game would be in limbo. It's like, okay, you're it now. Somebody else is it. Keep it going. Yeah, this isn't happening tonight. I almost have to like start a lobby that's something else, and then be like, all right, we're gonna do this. Get like a really good crew first, and then drag them into that lobby. This will fill up though. Drifting, donuts, organized chaos. Can we take out every cone? Not quite. Almost. I like that little spiral there. We're going to target that spiral. What is going on here? I might have to like reset my PlayStation. Checking network environment. There we go. That network error. Those things are nasty. Spiky. People just need to play fair. How about I'm gonna run some I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. I'm gonna run that lap at the Nürburgring in this Tomahawk. It's actually hard to keep this car on the ground. There are a lot of crests you have to lift for, or it'll just pop a wheelie and you die. And you do not want to be on the gas when you hit a barrier. Alright, I'm resetting everything. Something's messed up. I'll be right back.